Hey folks, once again Gene from Regular Guy Mountain Biking, and we're going to be checking out some pretty snazzy heated apparel that was sent to me for review, free of charge. It was sent to me from a company called ORORO. During this review, we're going to be checking out two different products. We're going to be checking out the ORORO vest, and we'll be checking out the gloves. Again, both products were sent to me for review. All right, so let's go have some fun and start talking about these products. I specifically asked for these two products. Obviously the gloves, because our fingers always get cold outside when we mountain bike. So I thought, let's go and take a look at the gloves. And the vest, I just thought the vest was a good idea because it was a lot more versatile than just a straight-on jacket. You know, I can use this underneath a jacket, underneath a windbreaker, but in the fall, I could also just use this with maybe, you know, a long sleeve shirt underneath it or something like that. So I thought, okay, gloves are a definite, but the vest, you know, that'd be a pretty cool idea to check that one out. Now, both products come in these really nice bags. So the gloves come in a heated gloves zip bag, okay, pretty nice little duffel bag, okay. And then the jacket, or the vest rather, I'm sorry, the vest comes in one as well, heated apparel. So each one comes with their own little bag. They also come with the necessary electronics to keep them going. The gloves have a battery that go inside of each glove. It's just a small little zipper, pretty easy. So there's two batteries, one for each glove. And that has a charger that has two leads on it, so you can charge up the batteries at the same time, which, you know, that kind of makes sense. And the jacket has a battery that goes inside the jacket compartment. Okay, it's about a block about that big, kind of like the size of a Klondike bar, and that comes with the electronics to charge that. Right, you have your USB cable, and you have a little USB charger. So let's talk about the vest first and go through the details on how this thing works. First off, like I said, it has a small little battery block that goes inside of a pocket on the left inside of the vest. Little zipper just goes inside of there, and there's a small cable that plugs into it. It's really simple to set up. There's a power button that you hold, and when you hold it, it blinks red, and that is the warm-up period. I think it takes around 5 minutes to get all warmed up. And then there's a low, medium, and high. So low is white, medium is blue, and high is red. Inside the vest, there are a couple zones that are heated. It's kind of like if you have electric car seats in your car, right? It's the same type of idea. There are two zones in the front. Okay, two zones in the front. One big one across your back, and then one up by your neck. So like I said, there's low, medium, and high, but I actually didn't include off, and I really should, because what I found is this is definitely a vest, right? It's a nice padded vest. It does keep you warm, and I had found that sometimes when I started riding and it got kind of warm, I would even just be able to turn it off and just use it as a vest, which is nice. So you have actually 4 modes, right? Off, low, medium, and high. As for battery life, on how long this whole thing is going to keep you warm, the manufacturer says it'll last up to about 10 hours. I wasn't going to mountain bike for 10 hours. In fact, I didn't want to really be outside in the cold that long. So I'm just going to have to take their word for it and say it lasts for roughly around 10 hours. Obviously, that would vary based on if you have it on high, medium, and low. I'm assuming their 10-hour is probably on the low side, right? The low setting, and high would be less. Either way, heck, even if even if you broke that in half, or even a quarter of that, 2.5 hours out there in the cold, mountain biking, that's enough for me. Right now, I'd like to talk about some things I learned about while I was wearing the vest. Number one, I did order the vest a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. Part of that reason is, well, let's be honest. Here's a picture of Mr. Handsome Supermodel. Here's a picture of me. One more time, Handsome Supermodel. And then me. I kind of thought I needed the vest that was a little bit bigger, and I should have went a little bit smaller, but let me explain why. There are those heated sections. Well, if the jacket is out, right? It's not touching you, then you don't feel the heat. But what's worse is, and this is one thing I would maybe want to talk about with the vest. The jacket's probably different, but the vest, there's no drawstrings to tighten up the bottom. That means air comes up, that becomes an insulation between you and the vest. So I did find that since I got a bigger vest, that sometimes I wasn't as warm as I could have been because there was an air insulation, between me and the vest. That brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. When I did take this guy and put a windbreaker over it, it was like night and day. I mean, forget about, the wind stopped, but even when there was no wind, the minute I put that windbreaker on, it's like it kicked it into high because everything was then in, right? It was my heat and the heat generated, because now any heat that was going out this way was pushed back in. This was a huge game changer when I just put a simple windbreaker on. Something that I did find maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but this is because of what I was using it for. The heater on the neck, I know is probably great when you're outside walking around like this, but when you're mountain biking or riding, it kind of pushed up against the neck a lot and got kind of hot. I really can't make that a con because this is not a specific biking vest, it's just a heated vest in general. But just, something to note, this did get a little bit hot behind my neck. So now let's go and talk about the gloves a little bit. The gloves come in two parts. You've got an inner glove, and this has the electronics in it that keep you warm, all right? Little pull strap, little compartment over here for the battery. So you've got an inner glove, which is a glove, right? You can just wear these on your own, which we're gonna bring up in just a moment. And then the kit also comes with your standard winter glove, okay? Has a little pull strap, little thing for your wrist. And again, it's more of your standard nice warm winter glove. Has another strap over here for your wrist. So the gloves are actually multiple parts. You get this glove, which you could just wear by itself and just be a set of gloves. You get these gloves, which you don't have to turn the battery on, but can, why not have some fun with them, right? They're electric. So you've got the electric gloves. And then the idea is when it's cold outside, you wear these, and then you wear the outer shell on top to put the whole kit together. I really found this kit pretty awesome because of the fact that it is modular like this. And let me explain. Okay, I'm gonna put these down for a second, and I wanna hold up one of these gloves, okay? This is not a mountain bike glove, okay? And that's important because this is a mountain bike glove. And a mountain bike glove is generally designed to have a bit of a curve to it because you're always, you're riding a mountain bike, you need your hand around your mountain bike bars, okay? Now, these gloves are standard gloves. Nothing wrong with that, but they're not really designed. I'm not trying to make this look, they're not meant to be curved. So what I did find was that when I put these gloves inside of these gloves, it did get a little bit tight, but not really bad if I was just using them for regular outside gloves. But when I had them then have to go like this, that did get a little bit tight. Now the cool part about these gloves being modular though, even though this setup was maybe a little bit uncomfortable on the handlebars, sometimes even around the inner part of the thumb, again, it was just a little bit tight. You can, first of all, just wear these gloves all by themselves, okay? That was really nice because some of us have those, like they're called pogies or whatever. They go on the end of the handlebars and you put your hands in them. You see them a lot on fat bikes. So for some folks, you may not even use these outer gloves and you're just gonna use these because a little bit of glove to keep the chill off, the electric, and then the pogies, your hands are gonna be nice and toasty. But the other nice thing is that since these are just regular inserts, you could also just wear your regular gloves, okay? And now you've got this setup all over again, okay? So it's flexible. I really like the fact that I could use this insert in any glove I wanted to, or maybe no glove at all, and maybe I just want to wear these as a winter glove. It's nice to have options, and I thought that was pretty cool. So other than the cool factor, because you guys know I love gadgets, other than the cool factor being able to reboot my vest and gloves, which I think is kind of cool, why did I find this whole thing actually really useful for mountain biking? I was out riding one winter night, my buddy Frank, and we were kind of joking, but it was funny how after probably 20 years of mountain biking, we still don't ever know what to wear when it comes to cold weather, right? Do you start cold? Do you wear too much when you start, and then all of a sudden you hit one hill and you get too hot? It's nice that with this setup, I can start with a warmer temperature, right? You know, crank the little bugger up and then ride, and then when I start getting maybe too hot, I can stop and then, you know, turn the vest down, or maybe just turn the vest down and leave the gloves on or up or whatever. I can mix and match. So now I've kind of got that whole idea of layers by just using the temperature control and changing it around. I thought this was a really, really cool kit. Okay, again, there was a couple things, like I said, that might be, so I'm gonna have to talk to these folks and see if they want to maybe do something more around biking oriented gear, because I think the concept is awesome. I will definitely be using this gear. Unfortunately, maybe not unfortunately, but right now the East Coast has got a warm, it's 60 something degrees outside right now. I can't believe how warm it is, and it's March. So we got some odd weather, but when it does get cold, you'll see me with this gear on. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Really cool stuff. I want to thank ORORO for sending me these products for review. I will definitely be using them quite often. If you see me on the trail and you want to check them out, just come on over and say, Gene, you know, give me your gloves. I want to try them on, because they're really comfortable. Okay, and the vest. I'm not gonna take my vest off in the middle of the trail. Anyway, Gene from Regular Guy Mountain Biking. Hope you liked the video. Do you use any heated apparel? Let me know. Maybe you're a hunter, maybe you're a hiker. What do you use when you're out there in the cold? This might be something you want to look into. It's pretty cool stuff. Leave your comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, comments down below, like, subscribe, all kinds of fun things. Catch you later. Gene from Regular Guy Mountain Biking. See ya.